Yes, kind of. And yeah.
Okay.
Who wants to try first? Keep in mind, fumbling equals Logan happy fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Yana?
I will go first.
Prepare your brain.
Yeah. I'm ready.
We start walking. I start slowly adjusting.
Yeah, going through forest and stuff because the forest is easiest. Yeah. Your brain is pretty much okay right now because you guys are just walking through a forest, and Chris is like,
so what is
nothing's happening. Okay, McKay, it's you're up. Good luck.
Let's see if I can do this. Yep. No.
So close.
So
you
close.
guys. You're just lying.
Yeah, sorry. We actually just wanted you to get you out into the forest.
Yeah. Are you gonna kill me now or what?
Well,
just like the swamp. So you guys wander around the forest and whatnot. Was there any special forest you were wanting to be in?
just the
one that the fairly peaceful area and stuff.
Yes, pretty much.
Great. Yeah, the northern wood. Yeah,
yes.
You guys wander around there for a while trying to scare the woman with no name, but she is unshakable until you
Yes,
can
we
find
did.
something.
We did not want to. While going to the redwood forest would allow us to look for see if the castle they'd retrieve it. Not wood elves is not fun.
Yeah, that would really up your danger level quite a bit because they really, really. I mean, that's still an elvish society considered the best pickup line that works quite often is, "Hey, baby, want to kill all humans?"
Yeah. So yes, I think it's called the Tame Forest.
Yes, tame forest it is. Very good. Okay, no problem. You guys stay out of the old forest because it's bad.
Well,
but you've got a couple days of traveling around the tame forest. So you travel around the tame forest, and it's like, I think we might be going. And then some lumberjack goes, "Hello!" And you're like, "Fuck off."
This is boring. Are you sure you know how to do this?
So yeah, we don't want to go from the tame forest to the old forest because it's where then goes to the old fort and the forest trolls. The question is, how can we try again a couple of days' time, or?
Yes, you can.
Lovely. I'm assuming it's one of those things until we fumble type situation.
Apparently, essentially, you guys end up going back home and sleeping in your own beds because it's super comfortable.
Why not?
To. And
exactly.
It's like a couple hours walk, or then you go back out.
All
right. So who's trying it first?
Go for
I
it,
will.
Doc.
Yeah. Nope.
All right. Nope.
They just spend a couple of days wandering around the forest with you. And
did we take up hiking or something while I was in the field?
So actually, I'm assuming that we're not even to the point where I need to do survival woods or navigation or anything like that.
No,
because of where we are.
Yeah, you guys are in the tame forest.
Yes,
easy to find your way back. And once you go to the old forest, yeah.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah, notes for the old forest. Like, it goes on for 5 days of travel. Navigate rolls, bitches. But you're in the tame forest. Everything's fine. Yana, they've taken up hiking, and it's boring as fuck. You get to see people, and the worst thing is they keep going by the same people who are like, "Hi." You're
like, this is the most boring thing I did with all of you.
Here, drink this and shut up.
Thank you.
Well, apparently Doc Fulton knows how to control you. Well, he gives you a bottle of something. Right. The third day, however, third time's a charm. Maybe
First
you'll never
down,
be able to.
Yeah.
Maybe it
and
just
sunk
doesn't
into the
work
swamp.
here.
No.
Probably doesn't work here. Never gonna. Right. So Yana, after 3 days of fucking woodland fun hiking, which is not fun, you're thinking that they may be full of shit.
You continue walking with us. We'll continue to making sure that you have all the best alcohol.
Oh, okay.
The 4th day,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yay!
Yana, give me a very mild sandy roll because you didn't realize you could walk from San Angeles to Burlington. This is taking you quite a bit by. Oh my God, she made her sanity roll. The clouds part and angels' trumpets begin sounding. Light comes down and illuminates her.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Well,
Cool.
we've tested that theory and proven that we can walk within
Yes.
realms.
Yes,
Lovely.
you can. It's kind of an odd feeling and stuff, but yeah, eventually, and it's not fast at all. But eventually, you guys walk in, and you're in Burlington, and there's no flames, there's no pyramid of skulls, and this makes the woman with no name very, very sad.
I was looking forward to the pyramid.
Happy Friday, says some random street.
Happy
Friday.
Friday.
No way.
Have you? I'm assuming you haven't felt any compulsion or call to go and join Zog. Mildred?
I always feel compulsion to go join Zog.
Yeah, not besides your own. Hey, wouldn't it be fun to go and join Zog thing? I mean, an actual
Hail Zog.
an actual urging, an actual
No.
calling. Blood for the blood god.
Hail Zog.
So, right, it looks like a normal, peaceful Burlington town. Now, Chris, give me a shadow lore type roll thing when you came here. Yeah.
Can I make one as well? Having
It's
that skill?
Burlington.
Yes, you can.
I will support his. No, see what you need to. Nice, nothing. What you need to realize that this is Burlington, and that's what I'm talking about.
Lore shadows. There it is. Yeah, it's Burlington. What about it?
There was something weird when you guys, but you don't know what it is. It's like things that make you go.
There was something a bit strange about this, but I'm not sure what.
Does anybody have crap cars? I'm getting rid of an assist 5.
But no. I was just going to say. So what happened to Batman anyway?
Oh
It's been
shit!
several
Yeah.
days.
He's back, and he's like, "You may have put me in the putter, but I'm Batman. I always return, and I'm gonna punish you for killing me.
I didn't kill you. I'm telling you.
And then I'm gonna punish you for lying to me, Nightwing.
I still didn't kill you.
I am the night. You will sleep and have horrible dreams of me because I'm Batman. You want to know my secret identity?
No. Will it make you feel better if I know what your secret identity is?
It doesn't matter because now I'm Ghost Batman. It's really weird to hear Doc Fulton has begun talking to himself. Other people begin to think he's more and more crazy. You guys know he's always been crazy.
So, how was he killed anyway?
Didn't Alex? Hey, Alex took your head off though, didn't he?
No, you did. With a sword in the elevator.
See, so Alex cut his head off. He must have disguised himself as me and then killed him because he's really good at disguising. Because Alex is a fucker.
Did he? But was he disguised as you, or was he disguised as someone else, and Batman's just assuming it's you?
He probably just disguised himself as Nightwing.
Well, no, there was something about some guy by the name of Juan in the article.
Juan? Valdez?
Yeah.
Did he bring
But-
coffee too?
It doesn't say. It just says someone by the name of Juan. And
Was he a
some
lawyer?
janitor or something.
I'm a lawyer.
I've got no idea.
Was there the drive-by that he got killed through it by? I mean,
Oh man. Someday you can tell them that story. So, anyway.
oh,
So he got killed in an elevator by someone who he believes is you.
yeah. Probably Alex disguised as me. Chopped his head off and they took the yellow power. Now I'm going to have to chop his head off instead.
Mm-hmm.
Discard Hollow Victory. Discard all victory cards immediately.
That's what you
Do we
get
have
for
any
talking
victory
bad about
cards?
Alex.
I do have it. I do have a nope. That's all.
Do you have victories though?
No,
That's all I'm asking.
Good time to get it out of the way.
I have full group. If there are 3 or more players, everyone draws a card.
Is that something that you have to play right away, or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, play immediately. All right.
So we get to draw a card.
Big black float dildo.
Mm.
All right. Did we want to play the nope on that?
No, it's fine. I know exactly who to play then.
I've got a limited retrieve, so I can play the note and then retrieve it back.
I have 2 limited retrieves, so
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. So
No,
do we
first
wanna
Jan
get
and Bruce have to reduce their hand to 4.
okay.
Oh,
I'm
wait, no,
assuming
you
this is
gotta
not.
play immediately. Carry on, Jan.
Yeah. Let's play immediately.
Mhm.
So do you want
So-
to nope it or no?
Do we want to nope the big black plot dildo?
What does
Is
that
that
do?
4 cards and 5 paws?
Yes. 5 hero points and refills his hand.
Nice.
Shall we play the nope on that then to stop the bad guy from getting hero points?
He needs 0 points.
I don't know.
That's pretty rough.
Mm,
Yeah. All right. So I'll play the nope and then I'll retrieve it back.
Okay.
I like that.
So I'll get rid of my limited retrieve. I'm assuming at this stage this is not a prestige module.
Depends on what you do.
Right.
I have no idea.
I've got a victory prestige only.
It's a gamble. If you do some big shit, then there'll be a prestige. If you don't,
Excuse me.
now I would consider prestige under. Well, depends on what you do. We'll go with that's the best I can nail down because you guys are pretty much all over the place.
We'll know what we can use to disguise for.
Hmm.
We disguise ourselves as CSI,
Oh.
and then if there's police watching it, we just say, we're CSI, we're here to do another perusal of the mansion. And that gets us in.
Yeah.
So hopefully, yeah. Anyway, we're in Burlington now. Let's go to...
I'm going to go send in my Ovaltine things while I'm here.
I thought you'd already done that previously.
No, I had all the cardboard shit. I didn't have any of the...
Okay, because I thought we got some more because I'm up to 10 decoder rings.
I think, yeah. I have some too, but
See, I'm kind of worried because things are okay here right now. Which,
I know
so
it's
that
that
means that
nervous.
they're fucked up somewhere else.
Also, if
Yeah,
you
right.
send in
Let's-
your decoder rings, you have to stay the night here.
I'm
Mhm.
fine with that.
Yeah, so let's go get some. Let's go visit the Super Duper Mark. Get all the vouchers combined with the ones you've got,
Pete, roll a d12.
and send them off, and get everybody up. 11.
God damn it. They had 11 more Ovaltine boxes and shit here.
All right. How many decoder rings have you got, Mildred?
I think I have 5.
All right. And how many will you have, Doc?
After I send in the ones I have, because I have 7 cardboard things.
Yep.
So it'll bring me up to 10 total rings.
All right. So you got 5, Mildred. So 6. That means there's 5 left over. So
Is your dog going nuts, Pete?
no, it's not the
Oh,
dog at my
that's
place.
me.
It's the dog at somebody else's place.
It's
Do you
the
own a
dog.
rifle, Pete?
It's the dog in underneath Mildred's bed.
Yes, exactly.
Why is Mildred
Is it-
have a dog now?
I don't have
So
any.
that's 2 more each. So yeah, with the 11, that'll bring us up to 12 each. If we divide it up to bring everybody up to the same level.
Sounds good. Let's send them in.
Cut to next day, you pick up your shit.
There's stuff we were doing here. We came here for a purpose besides decoder rings.
Right. Clock.
All right.
I figured you'd get a good night's sleep and then fuck with the clock after you got your
Yeah,
decoder rings. Yeah?
Yep. Sounds good.
Just in
Oh,
case
just-
you end up destroying reality, I mean.
So now the last time I fucked with the clock here, I woke
You
up
went into
almost
a
dead.
coma. Yes.
Great.
Yeah. The
So
issue is
Mildred, you fuck with the clock this time.
the other
Goddamn.
issue. Don't forget that the only reason you recovered is because I took you to red carpet. That's not going to work anymore. So unless you've got so many thoughts on if something goes wrong this time, how to recover the person, Doc.
Remind me of what happened last time?
He fumbled on an essence roll. You asked for an essence time something roll when he
Oh,
was
yeah.
moving the hands of the clock, because we were curious to see moving the hands of the clock would affect the time here.
Mm-hmm.
Which we know previously people haven't been able to do that. Hasn't affected it, but I think we were trying to push it a bit more. And Doc fumbled his essence roll and collapsed into a
Cool.
coma. And it was only because I took him to red carpet and healing kicked him that he recovered.
You guys push Mildred in front of the clock, happy to sacrifice her to your strange plans.
No, it's all right. We won't do that to
Oh.
Mildred. Although we will give you a bottle of scotch if no, I won't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems perfectly reasonable, you know. So.
So were you going to try again to do something with the clock, Doc?
I wanted to look at it to see what we see in it now. Like what's the differences.
Now that we've seen the other clock, to see if we can see anything that we didn't notice before because we didn't know to look for it. Type thing.
Mhm.
Yep.
Nope. It's
Let's
still,
try that first.
Yeah, it's still as it was.
Right.
Mysterious and powerful, and its power is only exceeded by its mystery.
Does it have a different feel to it now that we are a bit more real now?
Everything does. Everything feels more chintzy than it used to. Not a huge amount, just enough to be a mild annoyance. Not like bees, but mild.
I'll burn a charge on the glasses to look closer now, to see if maybe there's more to it that I can see now that.
There isn't, but give me a spot at -30 since you're using the glasses for some other weird shit.
I was going to look as well, just simply
-60.
Analyze magic up.
Okay. Give me an analyze magic, Chris, because something's up with the decoder rings that is pretty subtle and easy to miss.
Got it.
You believe that the decoder rings are somehow tied into Burlington, which Pete probably noticed before. Sorry, Joshua probably noticed before because when Burlington was having trouble, sometimes Dakota rings went away, et cetera, et cetera. But they are tied.
But we've never actually looked into how they're tied.
Correct. There's too many questions in the world, and fortunately, Mildred knows the answer is.
Huh? I didn't pay attention. Sorry.
Perfect.
Mildred's there raiding the liquor cabinet in the house.
They
No,
have an
what's
extensive
going
bar.
on? What are you talking about?
So I'm wondering if, like, somehow Burlington gets fucked with if all the Ovaltine rings will just stop then.
Well, the last time that when the Blight Butchers or whatever they called invaded Burlington and disrupted it, and the gate was attached to it, the Dakota rings actually disintegrated.
Well, if the rings are a part of this reality and this reality is altered, maybe that is why the rings go away.
But the thing was, the next time when the Wild West women were here battling, the Dakota rings did not get screwed over.
But they didn't destroy it. Destroy the zone completely.
No.
So.
No, that's right. So I'm thinking it's to do with the level of destruction. So, did anybody, now that we're here and we're looking at things about Burlington, has anybody had any thoughts on the whole halfway in? Mr. Happy? How we would find a place? Besides the whole dick joke reference, putting that aside, but there was the whole thing about Mr. Happy who talked to us and wanted a Dakota ring. And whether or not the halfway in is an actual like place that we could get to, since he seemed to be somewhere when he talked to different people through the TV. Yeah, that's right. Just on the off chance people had some thought of, oh, we could try that. I've tried Clem, and Clem couldn't get us there.
It's a great dick joke, though.
Yes.
And where do you think he was?
He was the guy that was on the TV that spoke to you, and he said about, hello, I'm Mr. I can't remember. He had echoey voice and talks about needing a Dakota ring and that he's at the halfway in, and he says, and he makes us say, oh, but I think it's a dick joke, and I can't remember if I made a note of it.
Even the Romans enjoyed a good dick joke.
And a good dick.
Yeah.
No, I didn't note down about it. But yeah, it was on at the reliable TV. Halfway in, he's after a Dakota ring. His name's Mr. Happy, and he makes a reference to halfway in, the name of it potentially being a dick joke. And he made some reference. I can't remember if he told someone he was dead. And normally what then happens is the Men in Black, he suddenly throws the paper up in the air and goes running off screen, and the Men in Black come in frame, and if you're still standing there, they come through the TV at you.
Yeah.
Depending on how you react. I'm just going by what people have told me. I've never actually witnessed it myself.
Okay. I've seen it.
Yes. I'm going by from people who said, so what happened in Burlington? Blah. To cover me listening to the podcasts.
Yeah. Pete's the only person who listens to a podcast and takes fucking notes. Oh, yes? Yes. I would drag this out of them.
Well, it's one of the things that people sort of, the whole thing of the Dakota rings and get distracted by other things. And as far as I know, nobody's ever actually gone to try and see if there was anything more to Mr. Happy and the halfway in or if it was just a signpost to the decoder rings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure where. I have checked. I have looked in all the houses in Burlington, and none of them have basements, to see if there was like something underground, because you've got the bunker that leads to the Wild West, but just to see if there was some other place that goes somewhere, if it's located somewhere. The only other thing we could potentially, well, I don't. Oh, yes, you could. We could bring tech. No, sorry, go on.
I don't think you can do the fancy shadow work there just from seeing the background he was.
No. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it would work. That's why I was trying Clem just on Clem here in Burlington. Normally, you've got to have been a location for Clem to work, but I thought maybe it's something unique about the halfway in, and it's linked to Burlington, that it would work for us.
Yeah.
My only other thought was if somebody died who had a decoder ring on them, if they would end up in the halfway in. But I think that may have been debunked by
us dying.
Yes, exactly. But I don't know. But I think you guys were stripped naked and covered in pig fat. So I'm not sure if any of you actually had a decoder ring on at the time.
Yeah, probably not.
So
best PC death ever.
And it's not something I'm willing to sacrifice myself for.
Why not? It was quite fun actually to die. I recommend it.
Yeah, no. I've heard other things. But yeah. So that was my only other thought, was that if someone dies, but from what we've been able to see with the decoder rings, there's nothing else to them besides them being able to decode stuff. But whether or not there's something, the fact that Doc's noticed there's some link between the decoder rings and Burlington.
Yeah.
What about if we touched one of the decoder rings to the edge
of the place?
Yeah,
we could try that. I was also just thinking, what about touching the decoder ring to the TV, or trying to just kind of crawl into the TV,
try and push our way in the other way,
right?
The way the agents come out, try and go in.
Yeah,
we could try that.
Because at this point, nothing is like too weird.
No, exactly right. With all the weird stuff we've been through.
Where are you guys having your powwow?
By the clock.
In front of the clock.
No problem. You hear a door somewhere else in the building bang open, and somebody rush out. You hear?
Hello?
Hi.
Guy rounds the corner, looks at you guys. He's naked, so you know he has no weapons on. Fairly well built. And he goes, "Ah!" and rushes you guys.
I'm assuming we don't feel a link or a connection to him?
Now, you're kind of in the, well, fuck him too category. Standard combat. Villains are first and stunned. He goes, "Ah!" rushes toward you badly. Screaming like a little schoolgirl is approved.
No.
Doc Fulton, you're up. What do you do?
Quick draw putter. It doesn't work. I pull it out.
Yana, what do you do?
I punch him.
No problem. You're going to have to walk toward him to do it, because he's really having trouble getting to you this round. So go ahead and give me a punch roll.
For one.
She walks up.
That's not a crit?
What's your martial arts, Yana?
Oh, yeah, that is a crit.
Woo!
So, what
Woo!
does it mean?
Another D4.
Okay.
What's your strength now?
My strength is 71 still.
You're not there yet.
Yana.
Yeah.
You've got to get it to 80.
Build that shit, Yana.
So
become
far,
freakishly strong. No problem. It's a good. He staggers a bit, like, "Rah." And Holmes
I'm looking him over.
seems like a naked random dude. Not a great haircut.
I mean, his hair, a particular style. Does he have any tattoos on him?
He has no
I'm just conscious
tattoos,
of
some
the
old
width of
wounds
the
and stuff.
corridors. Sorry, I'm just conscious the corridor's probably not wide enough for all three of us to go at him. And
Not well.
Mildred's charged him. Doc's pulled out his pardo, so I thought I might as well.
No problem. We go to next round as the bad guy was. I didn't have him roll because I didn't want to watch him fumble. So heroes are first. Nothing is approved. Doc Fulton, there's somebody between you and possible target.
I swing around them.
Give me a
Aren't you supposed to
maneuver
yell
roll.
4?
Oh, you swing around her. Oh,
Like-
okay. Okay, roll a negative.
A negative what? 30?
Not even that bad. I think it's probably a crit anyway. I was going to go like negative 20, but
Look at that awesome damage for 2.
Wow.
right. You see a putter go right over your head, Yana. It goes bang, off the guy's head. And he goes, ah. Yana, it's your turn. What do you do?
No, I was just saying you should have yelled 4 when you swung.
I agree with Pete. What do you do, Yana?
I try to grapple the guy.
Excellent. He's going for the same thing. Go for your grapple.
No.
You paw at him. He attempts to grab you around the throat. Almost gets it. He pulls your
No
hair for a
time for
while.
love, Dr. Jones.
There's nothing better than being grappled by some hairy, naked guy. Brown skin, Pete. He appears to be maybe mid-30s, not circumcised, and
Clean shaven.
scruff. Not
Okay.
a particularly attractive human specimen, but muscular. Beefy slab muscular, not like bodybuilding muscular. And
his teeth.
You didn't get a great look at him.
Well, he's
but
yelling and screaming and carrying on. So,
yeah,
I mean, any indication of stained or they look like he uses a toothbrush?
Hard to tell.
All right, if I can't tell you.
After the woman with no name knocks a few of them out, you'll get a better look. So, next round. Heroes are first. Threatening this guy's mother is approved. Fulton? Yeah, negative 20. Still, he did more damage on the non-crit. This guy is definitely had his world rocked. He's blinking and swaying and stuff, and he's definitely getting ready to fall down real soon.
7. Yeah, he's up to 10.
Mm-hmm. Woman with no name.
1 damage.
You give him another slap. You're really good at hitting and really bad at damaging, so you slap him around a bit. And Holmes, would you like to pull out your pipe this round or something?
She's going to kick you so hard in the balls, your mother's going to feel it.
Oh, take a card, Holmes. And this guy attempts to grapple the woman with no name by the throat. He pulls your hair and calls you Sally.
Mm.
And next round.
That would have been so useful when we were walking.
Heroes are
Right.
first, villains are second. Wit is approved. Let's see. Start off with Fulton.
What's my negative?
20.
I whack Mildred.
Excellent. Roll damage.
Ow.
Your best one. You take 7 points of damage from
Ow.
wildly swinging into you.
Of course.
Ow. Half real, half stunned. Keep track because you guys
Yeah.
don't heal like you used to. And, well, actually, you kind of do. But, so, woman with no name, your turn. You've been attacked from behind. A surprise attack. You knew Fulton was against you this whole time, the bastard.
Yeah. I punched the guy in front of me.
All right. One more solid hit should knock this guy out. Or you could slap him 2 or 3 more times.
3
So
damage.
he's up to 14.
He slowly sinks to his knees. And McKay?
The only thing worse than not being spied on... No, how's it go? The only thing worse than being spied on by gnomes is not being spied on by gnomes.
Take a card. You're getting weirder. All right. For his round, the guy falls forward and lays there for a while in all his naked glory.
I now have 2 plus D8 damage cards.
Nobody could use those.
Does anybody want a D8 damage card that I'm about to discard?
No.
I've got it as I've got a victory prestige mod that I'm hanging on to at the moment because it may or may not be applicable for us until we just work out what we do next.
Yes.
So, all right.
No,
So I'll
discard
discard
one
the
card.
damage.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Can't believe
All
you
right.
guys are tossing D8 damages. Woo!
Let's have a
I need to
closer...
discard and then I can play a card, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Life is horrible.
Do you want skill 15?
Ooh. She has some good damn cards.
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Wow, tossing skill 15s and shit. Make it rain. Need a yin-yang card so you guys can get some shit cards going. What you got?
Play a linguist card.
Ah,
No, we've got a couple of limited retrieves and a nope, so we're going to be staving off any of those nasty red cards for a couple of times.
damn this cruel world. Very well. He lays there bleeding. Looks like he's been hit around the head, and Mildred's rubbing her back and probably looking unhappy. Who knows why?
Check him out. Is it?
Mildred, do you need a Band-Aid?
Yes.
There you go.
There.
2 points.
You know, life would be easier for you if you didn't hurt me. You wouldn't have to heal me after.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't know. Then you would think that I didn't like you anymore if I wasn't hurting you.
Uh-huh.
I had similar thoughts going through my head when someone was smashing wine bottles over my head several months ago.
So I patch up the guy on the ground too.
Sure, give me a first aid roll on him.
Shall we secure him first before you bring him around?
3 points back to him.
All right,
No, I just figured we'd beat on him again if it need be.
no problem. Were you trying to bring him around or just patch him up? All right, he comes around and you enter standard combat. He screams and attempts to strangle Doc Fulton. He's gotten the drop on Doc Fulton. Smoking is approved. See, I told you should have pulled out your fucking pipe.
I'll pull out my pipe now.
All right, then. So, right. He gropes at your throat, Doc Fulton. He's going, ah.
You need to buy me dinner first. Martial arts punch.
No problem.
He's up to 12.
Mildred, Doc Fulton's got his back to you, and he's covering up the guy's upper torso with his body, leaving you a lot of really convenient targets, unfortunately for him.
It's tempting.
It really is. Either
But
one. You could either nut shot this guy if you wanted to do a called shot, or you could possibly kick Doc Fulton in the back. Either way, it's good.
I punch the other guy.
Okay, if you miss by very much, you're going to hit Doc Fulton in the back.
I missed martial arts, but made punch.
All right, go for your damage.
3.
He's back unconscious.
This is boring.
Right. Let's secure him to a bed and then
One
Make
of the
him-
doors is open and there's clothing. It looks like the kind of generic 1950s clothing that you guys woke up with.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
assuming checking
over a chair. Much as
Seeing where he
it was
came
over a
out.
chair. What?
Seeing where he came out, which generally is the room you're now describing.
Yeah. Well, it would make sense as the door is open. It's half
We
ripped off
shall-
of its hinges, but open.
I'm assuming that door is not one of the rooms we slept in. since we spent the night here?
No, you don't remember snuggling with some
No.
big
I
brown-skinned hairy guy.
appeared, as in he appeared there
Oh.
after we slept.
No, there's plenty of other rooms.
Yeah, that's all right. Let's bind him to the bed.
Give me a knots and rope and knots roll.
Rope. Oh, I've got ropes and pulleys. That's not really what it is.
I'll go with ropes and pulleys, sure. Of course, if you had a pulley, then you could hook up some really cruel shit where if he pulls on his hands, his feet go up or whatever. Just mean shit like that.
Ropes and pulleys. Is that there? He's nice and secure.
No problem. He does the if I loop enough rope around this guy, he won't get out soon. Movie style tie up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With the guy's penis inconveniently sticking through the ropes.
Well,
of course.
If he moves too much, he's going to get a lot of pain and rope.
Unless he's into that.
Unless he's into that, exactly.
I'll wake him up again.
No problem. Turns
He's
out he is into that. Go ahead and give me a first aid roll.
I did.
All right.
Well, the doc
as soon
is
as he comes around, he begins attempting to burst his bonds. He's having trouble bursting his bonds, but he is struggling in such a way that there's a certain amount of chafing going on, and that may be turning him on in an inappropriate way.
I shall be checking out his clothes while he thrashes about in the bed.
They're just generic 1950s clothes, much as what you had when you got here.
Yep. So there's nothing in his pockets or anything like that.
Correct. He continues thrashing around wildly.
Calm down.
He does not respond to that.
Is there any odors or smells coming from him?
Oh, yes. Plenty. Give me smell rolls.
Yep.
You guys smell normal human smells, sweat, possibly soon to be added to ejaculate. Just normal smells that you'd expect from a human. It's a little dusty in here, as it was when you woke up here.
Is it the smell of someone who hasn't showered or bathed for many, many days, or is it the smell of someone who's bathed recently?
More recently than that, yes.
But so there's no smells of like deodorant or aftershave or anything like that?
Yep. Al natural.
All right. And same as like, sorry, Yana, I was just going to say, if he hasn't been brushing his teeth or something, like there'll be
no especially bad halitosis either.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are you on drugs?
He's attempting to get free of his bonds. It looks like he may be working free from them because Holmes failed his fucking knots and shit. Given enough time, this guy will get free. Right now, he's pretty much able to be hit at a +30 if you want to beat on him some more.
I try to tighten the ropes.
Oh, Mildred, you're a fucking psychologist. No problem. Give me your rope roll there, Chris, as you...
Got it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. He hog-ties him. Fuck you. All right. The guy just squirms now. Mildred, give me a psychology roll.
Mm-hmm. Made it.
In some sort of fancy psychological terms, this dude's had a complete break with reality, possibly due to being here, possibly due to something he witnessed just before he was here, possibly from something completely different. And in simple psychological terms, his brain go bye-bye, possibly permanently or on a very long-term basis.
He's one of us.
Well, I'm not feeling that connection with him that I feel with you two. I'm assuming, Logan.
Correct.
Yes.
The only connection you had was when he tried to strangle you. And sure, that's almost the same basis that your and Mildred's relationship is built on, mutual strangulation. But you don't really feel that bond, James Bond, with him. James Bond is a character from a very popular movie franchise.
I know what James Bond is.
Does anybody want Happy Pie?
Well, you can play that and everybody just gets a card.
I've got 5 cards. I've got to go down to 4.
Ooh. Happy pie. Happy pie.
Happy pies, everyone gets a card.
Happy pie. I'm just trying to tempt them into it because it's a happy and it's a pie, hence it's doubly good.
Do you have to play it right now, or can you wait for
No,
it?
players decide. I've got 5 cards. I've got to go down to 4.
What are you going to get rid of?
Well, it's either D8 damage, Murder in the Dark, Nope, Victory, Prestige Only, or Happy Pie. Hence why I was thinking about getting rid of Happy Pie. Because if we decide to go to Red Carpet and check out the mansion, I can see Murder in the Dark being potentially quite useful.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd get rid of the D8 damage. I mean,
All right.
as nice as it is.
Yep, true. I was just thinking it might be good for finishing combat faster. But yeah, hopefully we won't. If we do it right, we won't get into any combat.
So you should keep the D8 damage, is what you're saying?
No. I'm going to get rid of it on the assumption that we're going to do it right.
Ooh, look at Mr. Fancy going to do it right, guy.
All right. So this guy's gone crazy. Cray.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to counsel him for like a couple months, maybe a year or something, you could probably get him back into a not fucked state. But knowing you that pretty much anything takes more than 20 minutes is right out.
Yes.
So do we go tell the people downstairs
Why?
and so they can contact the police and the police can come and get him and lock him up?
It's just Burlington. We don't care.
Yeah, so what, you're just going to let him tied to the bed so he will starve and dehydrate and eventually die?
Maybe. Or somebody will find him.
Is there any way to snap him out of this shit, maybe?
If only we had a snap him out card.
Well, I mean, Mildred could try something amazing like a critical psychoanalysis roll type thing, but I can't see that happening.
I can
will
support your
try.
psychoanalysis, and then you can at least you get a bonus.
Go for it.
You can't think of, is there any pharmaceutical drugs we could put together to try and bring him into a lucid state?
Ooh. Doc, give me a pharmacy roll as you think about this.
I also have pharmacy, which is why I brought it up.
My God. All right, go ahead. And you can also think about it.
I think if we give him some uppers, some downers, and some cocaine, he'll be fine.
No.
Sounds like a great mix to you.
On the other hand, I made my pharmacy roll, I should say.
This is one of the exact situations that a heavy dose of Thorazine would be very, very nice in. If only you had a doctor who carried a medical bag with lots of drugs and shit on him. But he keeps going to places where that kind of thing could get him arrested.
Yeah, so yes, so Thorazine or something similar to that, I think would do the trick. I don't know whether or not the doctor. Is there actually a doctor's here in Burlington, or a chemist, or a dispensary counter at one of the supermarkets?
No.
So there's no doctor in Burlington?
Welcome to part of the fun of Burlington. No, there's
I wasn't
no
sure.
doctor.
It just occurred to me.
Yeah. The more you find out about the town, the weirder it becomes.
It's not a real town.
Yeah, it pretty much solidifies that it is not a real town. All right.
The guy
Did you
struggles
wanna-
against his bonds.
So we probably can't get Thorazine.
He
equivalent.
screams mindlessly and loudly.
I can try
See-
the psychoanalysis just for.
Yeah. I think
I'll
Doc was
support
going to try
yours,
and
okay?
support.
Yeah.
I support.
Okay.
Oh!
No problem. He has a complete
Okay.
snap of all the people he hates. He hates Mildred the most. He will definitely kill the shit out of her.
So
to
he's
the
now trying
exclusion
to
of
bite
all.
her throat out.
Oh yeah. He's pretty much. She might just completely separate him away from any potential of ever coming back to reality.
I'm a great psychologist.
You guys are like, God damn, you're mean. She's like, nothing matters.
Anyway, as I was saying, perhaps we should tell the people downstairs so the deputies can come and put him in a jail cell so he won't.
Let's just leave him here or kill him. I don't care. Let's just go.
So we haven't played with the clock yet. He kind of looked at it and then got distracted. No, we're talking about other things. And then there's the two options we had for using the decoder rings, and about the halfway in that we'd come up
He's
with.
now frothing at the mouth.
You know, I didn't see anyone in a long time. So
Yeah. I thought you were trying to come to terms with things and come a bit more stable.
yes, but I'm bored.
He froths. He's literally frothing at the mouth like a rabid dog now.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, he's all used up inside, but I could lobotomize him.
Ooh,
Maybe that would help.
see, he has good ideas.
It's been a while since you've gotten to do some brain surgery, Doc.
Yes. So I will go get the tools I need, and I will do some brain surgery. I haven't done it in a bit.
Give me a jury rig roll, Doc. I want to see what kind of do-it-yourself home lobotomy kit you can come up with. Wow, you're really good at jury rig.
Yeah,
He comes in with a whole bunch of different stuff.
All right.
So just before he commences, Mildred, I'm not sure if you want to watch this.
But it's so fun.
Actually, you don't have rubber gloves. You're using like gloves you got from the hardware store. This is very much a DIY thing.
Bring me my gold box.
You and I are the only ones who know what movie that's from. Possibly on the planet. That might be a good one for Pete to watch sometime and wonder what in the fuck is wrong with us. It's called Kung Fu Rascals. It's on YouTube, Pete.
Okay.
The first half, at least, is worth watching.
Yes.
Not the second half. The second half is awful. The first half is beautiful.
So do you guys want to stay and watch, or would you like to go outside?
If only I had some MyGo brain to wait. I can go there and get some.
You're not sure if by the time you got back, this guy would be still alive, or if you'd have to snatch another random person off the streets to fill in for him, as it were.
Well, I haven't opened him up yet.
Yeah, but I mean, he's going to die after a couple of days from no water, if nothing else, because you know that nobody's going to give him water because he'll just bite them.
Sure. All right. I'll try this.
So are you guys staying or going? I need to know.
Can I just close my eyes?
It won't really help because there's certain sounds that cannot be unheard when people are operating on other people. Your imagination will actually do worse to you.
Question. Using cyber technology, could I implant something in there to make his brain work normally again?
If you had any kind of cyber technology stuff with you, that might be a very real possibility. But since you don't, and since the smallest thing in 1950s, like their television was big enough you could sleep on top of it, no, I don't really suggest it.
Well, they could go to...
Again, it's a matter of time, how much time will pass. Oh, you're talking send them to...
yeah.
Well, the problem there is that Holmes is pretty convinced that if he go there, he's going to die, and he could be right. That could be a whole adventure, just him setting foot there.
True, purple.
Uh-huh.
Yep, indigo. Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but see, Mildred could go.
Yeah. Okay, she's not wanted by anybody still. Is she? Come on.
Oh, she doesn't look like Mildred anymore.
Yeah.
No.
She looks like herself now.
Well, see,
Looks
then
like
I
what
could
she
use cyber technology and replicant technology to make this guy whole again.
Well, I would like to point out the reason she got plastic surgery in the first place was because she was so wanted there, and not that much time has passed. It'd be like saying, "Look, I know I was one of FBI's
thought
most
that
wanted, but
whole
I've been gone
thing-
for a whole year."
I thought I had assumed that had been cleared up. Otherwise, Maddie wouldn't have been able to kick about.
Oh no, she was being pursued also, but she was really good.
Okay.
All right,
Plus, she could
whatever.
go somewhere and put herself in a closet and turn herself off for 3 days at a time if she needed to, or whatever.
All right, well, I'm going to do this. You guys going to stick around? I could use a nurse.
I don't hear leaving.
I can assist. I'm just not sure if Mildred should stick around. It's your call, Mildred, but
But I like playing with.
I start shaving his head.
All right, everybody, give me a sandy roll for human gore gross out. If you don't have it maxed out, this is going to help do it. Yeah, no problem. So you're taking off the entire skull?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Everybody roll a D8 as he's working on keeping the guy alive while going "Boop," and playing with his brain.
Sorry,
Maddie
what was
goes
it?
berserk.
sorry,
Give me
what
the-
was the sand loss if we made it?
1 point toward human gore. If you've got human gore maxed, it goes toward gross out. Doc Fulton, you got to remax that shit. I know because
I mixed it out. Nice.
Did you? Well done. Go ahead and roll willpower times 3, Yana, because it might disrupt surgery. So I'm not actually having him roll that yet. Because if you attack him or something like that, it's definitely making surgery harder. All right. So roll me a D3 for fight, flight, freak. One of those 3 is okay. Fight, no problem. You decide to beat the shit out of the patient and the doctor.
I shall grapple.
Excellent. Give me a grapple roll to prevent too much damage from being done. It just came out of nowhere, Fulton.
Yep. By 60.
All right. Your nurse has the crazy woman restrained. There's now an extra thing sticking out of the guy's head that she had plunged into it, like and so your medicine will be your brain surgery will be at either half or -30 there, Fulton, because you're not supposed to attack the patient while you've got his brain pan open. Plus, you are operating under very improvised conditions. But it does make you feel good to operate in a normal bedroom again. Brings back memories.
Wait, so what do I need total?
I think that blows it. I don't think you have over 100 in brain surgery.
Do I need medicine? Do I need my other ones? I usually support everything, and then I do the brain surgery last.
Sure, we'll do that. Medicine to support. You don't have any pharmaceuticals. What else do you have to support?
You used to let me use biology and first aid if I wanted to as well, depending.
All right, sure, go for it. Biology? Yeah. First aid? Does that make it biology?
Yeah. First aid. Got the first aid though.
Okay, so brain surgery at half +5.
Got it.
The guy just sits there and goes,